best in each other and in our bodies. For the practice, I have a couple friends that are helping to lead other options. Over here we have Sterling, who will be showing you more beginner level modifications. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or low energy today, please follow Sterling's lead. Over here we have Benjamin, who will be showing you more high energy or more experienced variations of the poses. So if you need to move a lot of energy or if you're just not feeling challenged enough, please watch Benjamin. Let's sit like this with the knees bent. Grab your block and put it underneath your hips. Bring the hands into prayer. And from here, reach your arms out to the sides and up to the sky. Create prayer overhead. Bend your elbows and reach your prayer down the back of your neck. Now from here, move both elbows back in space and towards each other. Press your head back into the elbows and lift up through the front of the chest. So we're trying to create, with the extension of the head up and back, a lift from the heart. Remember this, we'll come back to it. Take one more big breath in. And then on an exhale, let this prayer circle above your head and back to the heart. We'll flow like this. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bend the elbows. Slide your prayer down. Elbows behind your head, press back. Take an extra sip in. Lift the chest. Exhale, hands in prayer. We're going to get flowing into this so that we can really feel the body language of this movement. So elbows bend, head presses back, lift up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Now we'll do several rounds, relaxing into the flow of the breath. With each inhale, topping it off, pressing your head back to lift your heart. With each exhale, bringing your hands from your back forward to the front of the heart. Tuning into this movement as if there was some way that this movement could be a blessing of protection for your body. Like you're encircling your heart and mind, connecting them together in some very intimate way. The next time you reach your arms out to the sides, let's come up onto the knees. So we'll stand on the knees, arms reach up and overhead, elbows bend back, same arm movement. And on an exhale, simultaneously bring the hands to the heart and your hips back to your block or the earth. And we'll do several of these. Inhale, reaching up, elbows bend, head presses back. Exhale, at the same moment, hips come down, hands in prayer. Deepen your breath, keep flowing like this. Getting into the strength of the legs to warm the big muscles in your legs up is to get your whole body starting to warm up. One more time. Deepest inhale yet. From seated, slide your hands out in front. Now you can move your block. We'll come into downward facing dog. Create a cozy, lived-in feeling in your down dog. Let this be the same feeling that you get after walking in your front door at the end of a long day. So there's a welcoming. You're moving into a very personal space. Turn your left toes out to the left so that you can bring your left heel all the way down to the ground. Even if it already was, you can still angle your toes out. And from there, bend your right knee. Let your right hip slope down. Push your hips back in space. So we're going to let the pelvis really tilt. Look under your left shoulder. And really turn into it to the left. So you're turning your chest, lifting the underside of your left arm, stretching down through your left heel. Bring your feet back to parallel and switch sides. Right toes turn out, right heel connects. Bend your left knee, slope your left hip down, and start to turn under your body to the right. Inhale, parallel your feet, gaze forward. And on an exhale, with lightness and sensitivity, we're going to hop the feet to the hands. Press down through your feet, and inhale, stand all the way up. Arms up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, reach up to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Step back, this time to plank pose. Use the knees if you'd like. And we're going to lower from here down to a low push-up and to the earth. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, back to down dog. From down dog, on an inhale, reach your left leg up to the sky. Keep stretching back through your right hip. Just the left leg is going to move. On an exhale, bring your left knee into your chest, but stay in down dog. And on an inhale, slide forward to plank as you stretch your left leg straight back behind you, gazing up. On an exhale, move back into down dog. The left leg stays in the air. And on an inhale, now bend your left knee, roll your left hip up to the sky as much as you can. Again, just the left knee moves, bring it to the heart, staying in down dog. Inhale, flow forward to plank. As you stretch your left leg back, gaze up. Exhale, back to down dog, left leg stays in the air. Inhale, bend the knee and roll the hip open as much as you can. Flowing like this. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale to plank as your left leg extends back, gaze up. Exhale, down dog, left leg stays. Inhale, roll your left hip up. Exhale, step your left foot through between your hands. Come up on your fingertips. Staying high up on your fingertips, try to get lightness into your lower body, and then we're going to jump switch the legs. Or step. And then jump or step again, and again, and again, and again, again. The next time your left leg comes forward, lower your hips, let your back knee come to the ground. So we'll end in a lunge, right knee to the earth. Reach your arms to the sky. Bring your hands to your hips. From the center of your pelvis, reach down towards the ground. Move your hands up to the side ribs, and we're going to use the hands to create a big long line from your hips all the way up. So grip your side ribs and big inhale, lift up, try to keep this lift, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, down dog. And we'll do the other side. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Just the right leg moves, staying in down dog, knee to chest. Inhale to plank as your right leg stretches back, gaze up. Exhale, from your left thigh, move back to down dog. Inhale, roll your right hip up, bending the knee overhead or over your body. Exhale, knee to the heart. Inhale, forward to plank, right leg goes back. Exhale, from your pelvic center, move back. Inhale, roll your right hip up. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale to plank, gazing forward. Exhale, back to down dog. Once more, inhale, roll your right hip up. And exhale, step your right foot through between your hands. Come up on your fingertips. Get light, shift your weight into the hands, and float your hips to switch sides. And then several more. Next time your right leg is forward, bring your back knee down, and we'll lunge on this side, arms to the sky. Your back toes can be flat to the floor or tucked under if you'd like. Exhale, hands to the hips. Again, deepen from your pelvis towards the earth. Slide your hands up to the side ribs and create a little lift, more space. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, reach your left leg back and up. And on an exhale, this time slide forward to plank. Slide your left leg under your body to the right. With your legs perpendicular, take a big breath in, shift your weight a little more forward, and think about bending your elbows a little or a lot. On an inhale, press back up if you bend your elbows. Everyone slide your left leg back and up all the way to the sky. Roll your left hip up. Good, now from here, we're gonna turn all the way over into wild thing. So weight into the outside edge of your right foot. As you turn, landing on your left foot, turn your hips up. Take a big breath in here. And on your next exhale, circle your left hand back around into plank. Bring your left knee to your forehead. Stay in plank. Inhale, stretch your left leg back like we did earlier. Look forward. Still in plank, one leg, bend your left knee. Take a big breath in, arch your spine, lift your leg like you could touch your head with your foot. Look up, lift your foot towards your head too. One more time, lift the belly, bring your knee into the forehead. Stay in plank, push down through your hands. And on an exhale, step your left foot through between your hands. Turn onto the outside edge of your right foot, toes turn out. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Warrior one. With your arms overhead from the middle of your pelvis, stretch down towards the earth, hands to the side ribs. Take a big breath in and create a lift, both internally and externally with the support of your hands. That gives you more lightness. So not only more space, but what it represents. Represents you expanding up and out, expanding into your fullness no matter the circumstances. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Just the arms move. On an exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Take a big lift through the chest as if you had another extra pair of hands helping you up. And on an exhale, fold down inside your front knee. Keep your legs just like this. So front knee stays over the ankle. On an inhale, we're gonna slowly sway your heart out to the right. Look at your right foot, keep your front knee bending, knee right over the ankle. On an exhale, sway your heart back forward, looking towards the front of your mat. And inhale, reach your chest up, keep these arms. And let's do that again. Exhale, we go down. Inhale, we open a little or a lot out to the right. Exhale, coming back to the front. Inhale, arching to look up. And then one more time, exhale, diving inside. Inhale, fanning the spine out to the right. Exhale, bringing it back. And one more time, inhale, reach up. This time, extend your arms up and overhead. Exhale, down dog. Great. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, come forward to plank. And extend your right leg under your body off to the left. Legs are perpendicular. Take a big breath in, shift your weight a little more forward. And on an exhale, bend your elbows a little more, or a lot. On an inhale, push back up. Everyone extend your right leg back and up to the sky. Roll your right hip open to your maximum comfort level. And from here, we're gonna come into wild thing. So turning onto the outside edge of your left foot, drop your right foot back to the earth. And inhale, turn your hips up to the sky. On the next exhale, circle your right hand back to the mat, into plank. Bring your right knee to your forehead. Inhale, extend your right leg back, stay in plank. Bend your knee. Slide your heart more forward and lift your right leg, bringing your foot towards your head. One more inhale, lift your head towards your foot. And on an exhale, lift your belly, bring the knee again into the forehead, step through between your hands. Turn your right toes out, or left toes out. And let's rise up, warrior one. Exhale. Start with your hands on your hips. Get deep into it. Move your hands up to this new place on your side body. Take a big breath in, lift up. Creating a feeling of abundance for your lungs and your heart. This space represents a powerful stand against everything that ever made you shrink. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, just the arms move. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, sweep your heart up. And on an exhale, we'll dive down inside the front knee. Inhale, sway open to the left. A little or a lot. Just keep your front leg as is. Slide the spine back forward and inhale, sweep up. And two more of those. With these hands, heart goes down. Inhale to the left. Exhale back to the front. Inhale, sweep up. And one more. Diving down to the side, to the front. And inhale. This time, release your arms, sweep them up all the way to the sky. And exhale, down dog. From your down dog, let your knees come down. And then keep the knees right under the hips and walk your hands forward until we end up in more of a half dog shape, forehead to the earth. Come up onto your fingertips if you're not already. So high up on your fingertips, there is room for a cupcake under each hand. And from here, just let your right palm come down to the mat and roll your right palm open. Thumb opens to the sky and then rolls externally. Keep rolling through the hand as if you could reach to the ground by opening your palm and connecting through the thumb. Press down through your left fingertips. On an inhale, lift the underside of your left arm, lift your forehead for a moment, gaze to the left, and come down on your right ear on your mat. Keep rolling your right palm open, thumb towards the earth. Keep lifting up through your left side, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Exhale gently, let's switch sides. Turn your right palm down, rise up onto your right fingertips, bring your left palm flat. Lift your right elbow and shoulder a little more, lifting the forehead. Turn left ear to the earth. Now roll your left palm open. Lift your head for a moment. Roll your palm open a little more. Bring the ear back down. Really turn from your chest up and to the right. The rotation of the hand is going to affect all the way up into the shoulder and upper back. So really open your left hand with the intention of moving that rotation all the way up to the back of the heart. One hand at a time, roll your palms back down. Inhale, pressing into the hands, come on up, hands and knees. And on an exhale, walk your hands back a bit to lower all the way down onto your belly. Come up into Sphinx pose, elbows under your shoulders. And now we're going to extend the right hand out to the right with your thumb pointing straight up. So you'll have to go perpendicular to the length of your body out to the side. Palm is facing, thumb is pointing straight up. Now from here, slide your left hand out to the left Let your head come down, and we're going to roll onto the right hip, onto the right ribs. Keep trying to open your right palm up away from the floor so that the thumb stays vertical. If you want, you can reach your left arm up into the air and bring your left hand to your left ankle. Roll your right bicep up towards the sky. Take a deep breath into the little muscles all around your right shoulder joint. And on an exhale, land back on your belly, and we'll do the other side. So you can simply extend your left arm out and come up on your right fingertips. Right hand is wide, wider than your mat. Turn your left palm up, thumb stays vertical, and now push through your right fingertips to roll into it, rolling onto your left hip and left side. Either stay just like this with the support of your right hand, or bring your right hand back to the right ankle. Use the next 2 breaths as an opportunity to get back into a calm pace for your breath. So you're reestablishing and composing a smooth nervous system. And exhale, gently rock back onto the pelvis. Slide your hands in, hands under the elbows, and let's rise up into Cobra Pose once again. Hands pressed down, lift up. Pull your hands back, and from the center of your chest, try to slide more forward and up towards the sky. Tuck your toes, and on an inhale from your belly, lift up and roll back to down dog. Inhale from here, reach your left leg up to the sky. And on an exhale, coming forward into plank, either put your left knee under your pelvis on the mat, or keep it in the air, and we're going to scoop it under your body to the right, coming onto the outer edge of your right foot. From here, if you want to, you can reach your right arm up into the air, or with your right hand, grab your left knee and hug your left knee in towards your chest, or towards the left shoulder. Take a big breath in, gazing up. And on an exhale, reconnect your right hand, keep the knee in the air if it is, and we're going to turn all the way onto the other side. So onto the outside edge of your right foot, reach your left arm up. Take a big breath in, and as you bend the knee, you can bring the knee in towards the left shoulder here. On an exhale, bring the hand back down, keep the left leg in the air, and pivot back up, down dog splits, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot through between your hands. Lower your back knee to the earth, and with your right fingertips on the ground, reach your left arm up to the sky. Reach back towards the back edge of your mat behind you, bend your back leg, and grab for the outside edge of the foot if that's possible. We're going to do a thigh stretch to start prepping for some back bends. Bend your left elbow and bring your heel in towards the outside of your right hip. At the same time, scoop your tailbone, hugging the belly in and up towards your heart, and turn towards the sky. Good. Exhale, release your foot. Bring your hands down to the earth. And keep your back knee down if possible. We're going to simply slide the hips back until your front leg is straight. Pointing your left toes up to the sky. Take a big breath in. Walk your fingertips a little more forward. And breathe new length from the front of your waist, through your belly, through the heart. Bend into your front knee. Shift forward just a little, and then roll the outside edge of your front foot down towards the earth as if you could get there with your little toe. And then keeping that external rotation, start to straighten the leg again. A little will go a long way here. On an inhale, roll your toes back up, bend into your front knee, and let's go back into a lunge. So hips get low, reach your arms up to the sky. Bring the hands again to the side ribs. We're going to get some space first. Big breath, side ribs up, arms up. Keep the space. And to twist, bring the hands down into prayer and hook your right elbow outside your left knee. Take a big breath in and turn. Exhale, gaze down, release your hands down. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and slide back into pyramid pose. So both legs are straight, and you're just kind of extending the spine forward over the line of the front leg. Walk both hands inside your front foot. Off to the right as much as you feel like you want to. Turn your right toes all the way out so the back foot is in line with the back edge of your mat. Stick your butt out here, and then roll your left hip down towards the ground as we come into triangle. So you can place your left hand on a block or on your shin or ankle as you reach your right arm up to the sky. Extending from your pelvis down through your back leg actively, like you were reaching from your heel through your mat into the earth. Bend your front knee a little, and on an inhale, we're going to sweep up to warrior two. So bending deep into the front leg, arms extend. Now flip your back palm to face up. Roll the bicep up with it, so that the hand is opening all the way up into the shoulder. From there, bring your right hand to your right hip, and your left hand to your left thigh or knee, or just in that direction. Take a big breath in, lifting through the chest. Just the head is going to move. On an exhale, let your right ear move towards your right shoulder, getting into the left side of your neck. Take a big breath in, swooping the front of the chest up, and then extend the left side fingertips away from you. On an exhale, just the head moves. Bring your chin to your chest. Inhale, extend both arms out again, warrior two. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step back, down dog. And let's do the other side. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. On an exhale, set your right knee under your pelvis on the mat, or keep it in the air. So we have to do all this on the other side. Turn onto the outside edge of your left foot. Either knee stays on the ground or it goes to the side. Left arm goes to the sky. Take a big breath in here. And if you can, hook onto that right knee and draw it in towards your right shoulder. Big breath. Exhale, hands connect. And we'll go rolling onto the other side. Outer edge of the left foot. Right hand floats up. Hang onto the knee and draw it in towards your shoulder. On an exhale, both hands come down. Down dog splits. Before you touch down with that right leg, sweep it up to the sky. And exhale, step the foot between your hands. Back knee to the earth. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky, and then turn back. See if you can gaze over your shoulder, over the hip at the back leg, and then bring your foot in towards your hip. Scoop your belly in and up. Lean back and turn. Trying to get in a better view of the sky. Exhale, release your hand and slide your hips back. So we're going to go all the way back until the front leg is as straight as it can be. And when you get to that sweet spot, walk your fingertips a little more forward. Let's do both hands inside your front foot. And try to ripple in some new space from your belly all the way up the front body. Bend a little into the front knee, and then externally rotate, so rolling from the outside edge of your right foot down towards the earth. Push out through your heel. We're going to keep the angle here and get into some of the least frequent stretching for the hamstrings. And the IT band. Inhale, roll your toes back up, bend into your front knee, and we'll come up again into a lunge. Back knee is to the earth, or you can put something soft under your knee. Bring your hands to the side ribs. First, let's create some space. So you're reconnecting to this abundant place through the whole upper body, arms to the sky. Keep this space as you twist, left elbow hooks to the outside of the knee. Just one breath here. So inhale, really spiral into it. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, and move your center of gravity back until your front leg is as straight as it can be. You can always raise the floor with blocks under your hands. Walk both hands inside your front foot if they're not already. And then walk out a little bit extra to the left so that we can get more range of motion through the hips. Stick your butt out. Turn your back toes all the way out, and then stick your butt out. And then roll your right hip down towards the floor as we come into triangle pose. Right hand on block or somewhere on your shin. Imagine there's a big tree behind you, and then you can lean back and feel supported by it. On an exhale, bend a little into the front knee, and we'll float right up into warrior two. Spin your back palm up. We're mostly going to be working with the back arm. So with the palm up, externally rotate all the way as if you could make that rotation come into your heart. From there, take a big breath in, stretching out through both hands. Exhale, left hand, left hip. Right hand just starts to dangle down. Hand onto the thigh or down onto the knee if you can. Lift the chest, just the head will move. On an exhale, left ear to the left shoulder. Actively extend from the right side of your neck up through the head and down through your fingers. Exhale, chin to chest. On an inhale, re-extend your arms. And on an exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step back to down dog. Gaze forward. On an exhale, hop your feet to the hands. And we're going to have a moment to play with crow pose here. So with your palms flat, bend your elbows, and we'll do it step by step so that each of us will be able to do a little bit, at least a little. I lift up high on my heels so that the knees come all the way up into the armpits. And with that, I'm going to shift the weight into the hands and see if I can point down through my toes to lift the balls of the feet away from the earth. The tips of my toes are still touching. If from there you can also lift your feet off the ground, feel free to draw them in, heels to your butt. From there, coming back down, you can either step back to plank and move through chaturanga and upward facing dog, or just step back to down dog. We'll meet there. On an exhale, let your knees come down. And once again, standing on the knees, reach your arms up to the sky, gaze up. Hands to the hips. Walk your hands back as if you could stand with your hands on the back of the pelvis. And scooping down through the tailbone on an inhale, lift up. Now keep that, and then use your hands again to lift up through the side ribs. Good. Now, the first intention here is to create length and space. So to undo any tension or compression in the spine. If you can stay long and start to lean back more, bringing the hands to the heels in camel, feel free. When your low back tells you, or any place in your body tells you to come back up, come up, or stay a little longer, and we'll meet seated. So you can take a moment to just sit and reflect and to feel. To feel the access that you have to the environment of your body. What kinds of things are held in your body, including our belief system, so that each time we practice, we're updating our belief system, letting go, and creating space for more of what's coming next. Come down and rest in child's pose. Press your hands down. Come on up to hands and knees. And then step your left foot outside your left hand. Come up on your fingertips and slide your right knee back an extra inch or two. From here you can stay up on your fingers or come down. Maybe if you're able to come down on your elbows, come down onto your elbows. We'll start to sink in a little longer. So going right up into the place where you would first feel ready to come out. Just see if you can breathe through that. So that we're taking the time to create a real shift. On an inhale, come back up onto your hands. Move your hips back a bit and heel toe your left foot all the way across your mat. And again, coming into pigeon, coming into the outside of the shin. Walk up high on your fingertips. And for a few breaths, fold forward. You can stack your hands and bring your forehead onto your hands, or hands stack on a block. Inhale, climb back up. Hands under your shoulders. Now we're going to lean onto the outside of your left hip and stretch your left leg all the way to the right. Focusing on your back leg, turn, gaze back. With your back toes tucked, see if you can lift your back knee off the mat. And sliding the hands forward again, keep your back leg like this and roll your weight more forward as if you could bring the top of your front hip down towards the ground. Now from the core of your front leg, push down into the ground. Walk a little more forward with the hands. And then do it again. Left leg rolls down towards the ground even more. Until you can feel like a wrapping from the back of the pelvis around your left hip. Inhale, slide the hands back in under you. And pressing down through the hands, just allow both knees to bend where they are. And lift your hips off the ground. Slide your right knee all the way to the back of the left knee, so that they're stacked. Widen your feet. And slowly move your hips back, either to the ground or you can prop them up on a couple blankets. From there, inhale, we'll reach the arms out and up. And just let your right arm drape down. Slide the right arm behind your back, and let's see if we can connect the hands, or feel free to use a strap or something between the hands as your left hand slides down the back of your neck and the right hand slides up from the bottom. Either stay up right here, or if you want to fold forward for a few breaths, you can get to choose what's better for you in the moment. So taking the opportunity to pause before doing what you normally do and feel what would be best right now. Inhale, come on up. Simply release the clasp of the hands. And we'll take both arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to the mat. Use your hands to rock your weight forward, back over the knees, and back into hands and knees. With your toes tucked, we're going to circle the hips a few times. So take your hips back towards your heels, and then trace as big a circle as feels good, forward, and back around to your hips. Switch directions a few times. Instinctually letting your hips think and balance themselves. When you feel clear for the second side, starting from hands and knees, step your right foot outside your right hand. Either stay more upright or start to, at your own pace, come down with the torso, elbows to the ground. And right now, as we get into the longer holds, it becomes more important that you're able to relax into it as much as possible. Otherwise, we kind of have this grip on time. So let's see if we can just let time pass. It takes a little while to actually loosen up and completely let go. Inhale, slowly coming back up. Slide your right foot across. And gently coming down into pigeon. Take a moment first to create length by lifting up and out of the waist, and then bringing that length with you as you fold. Reflecting as you try your best to rest here on what you are letting go of. If we can get specific, we can really start to invite whatever it is that is time to go, to make space for something new, leaving you room to build compassion and resiliency. That will truly be able to be used after this yoga session. From there, come on up, lean onto your right hip, and we'll extend the right leg across to the left. And we'll just set up the foundation first. So coming up high onto your fingertips, swoop your left hand around, check out your back leg. Try to lift the knee, keep it lifted. You can even use your hand to roll your inner thigh more up and point the knee more down. Try to keep that. And from there, walk your hands forward a bit. Pulling forward from your low belly, rolling more towards the top of the hip. Become active through your front leg, flex your toes, extending out, and extend from the leg down into the floor to create more of a wrap around your hip. And then maybe walk your hands forward a little bit more and become active through the front leg again. Walk your hands in. And just let both knees relax where they are so that they bend passively. Press down through your hands and lift your hips up off the ground. Your left leg is almost already there. Just tuck it in all the way to the back of the right knee. And lower yourself down onto your hips, onto whatever it is that you need to feel settled in your weight on your hips. Reach up through your arms. And on an exhale, just the left arm goes down, sliding behind your back. See if you can connect with something. Even if there's nothing physically connecting your hands, you've still got a great opportunity to stretch. Close your eyes, and with a from your inner guides, make the choice to stay upright or to fold forward a little or a lot. And from here, just letting the clasp of your fingers melt away. Arms come up to the sky. Hands down behind you, lean back until you're able to just let your legs slowly slide out. And we'll come into Baddha Konasana. So the feet come together. And from here, lean a little to the side, widening your sit bones. Lift your knees up towards the shoulders. So we're going to start high up in it, even if your hips aren't tight. And take your hands across so you're cupping the knee with the opposite palm. Arms are crossed up as high to your chest as you can. From here, we're just going to pulse really slow to get into the upper back. So let your knees widen. Just kind of droop forward. And then we'll do that several times. Inhale, come up a couple inches. And then exhale, let your weight rest down. And 2 more times. Just a small up and down movement here to work some length and release into the band across your upper back. The next time you come up, let your knees lift a little more, and we'll switch the order of the arms. So whatever arm is closer to your chest, switch it to the front arm. And bowing forward with these arms and legs. And re-entering into this release a few more times. Next time you inhale, come up, releasing the hands, circle your shoulders up to the ears, and as your palms spin open, big open mouth, exhale, let your shoulders ride down the back. Hands to your ankles, and now we'll fold forward over these legs. So as far forward as you want to go here. From here, coming up, move your legs with your hands. So hands hold the outsides of the knees. They lift just a little, just enough really to slide your legs out to the sides. Going as wide out to the sides as you can. And now let's turn to face the left leg. You've got one hand on either side. And now deciding here, first, get active through your legs. So it's like you're hugging your strength up from your feet, from your knees, from your thighs into the pelvis. And then with that, you can walk your hands out a little bit more. If you're able to take one hand and grab, or take the right hand and grab the outside edge of the left foot, and that feels great, do that. And mentally just stay in this deep, slow process while you find your way to the other side. So letting your hands walk you up and over to focus on your other leg. Walk out along the line of the leg as far as you want to. Giving yourself all the mental space that you need to process and digest. And inhale, coming back up. Again, the arms will move the legs. So hands hold the outsides of the knees. Let your legs almost be asleep here. Bring them together, extending the legs forward. And we're going to fold over the legs. So hands outside your hips, lift up through your chest. And start to walk out. Grabbing your feet if you want to. So that we're here and we're more just kind of releasing passively into whatever's already there. Letting your energy level drop is when we can really let your body do some deeply restoring work. And trust that it knows exactly how to, and all you have to do is let go. From here, slide your hands in. Keep this feeling with you as much as you can as you come up, and we're going to take the hands back and lower ourselves all the way back onto the ground. As you come back, if there's anything that is on your head or in your hair, and you can easily take it out. We're going to do a self-scalp massage as we slide into Shavasana. So starting with the fingertips, spread your fingertips over your skull, and we're going to slide the scalp over the skull. So just finding a little bit of movement here, like letting it kind of move back and forth. And then move your hand position so that you get every place, can get a chance to enjoy your fingertips and to be kind of rocked over your skull so that that whole area is able to release, so that the bones in your skull can have lots of space. And then switch to your fingertips. Use your fingers and slide like just the right amount of pressure, scratching through your hair follicles or over your scalp. Get some friction. Make sure to roll your head to each side to get the whole area from the base of the neck all the way up. And then your body gets to decide when the self-massage is complete. When it is, just let your arms rest by your sides with the palms face up. Tuck your shoulder blades down your back. Mentally, let there be wide open space. Imagining your body as a container, substance, a pure life substance, like you can imagine pure light, or if there's some specific color that works for you, and just imagine that the level of that pure life substance rising in the container of your body. Noticing the wisdom of this substance, how it just happens to find any area of your body that may be depleted or strained, and watching it clean those areas. And all you have to do is watch. Softly breathing into your chest and down into your fingers and toes. Awakening just a little movement. Bending your knees to roll onto your right side. And from there, pressing down through your hands, come on up to seated. Bring your hands into prayer. Feeling the completeness of your practice in your body. And we'll create closure here with the sound of Om. So this is an inviting sound. It's a welcoming for all. So So welcoming any places, any pieces of your practice that would serve you, keeping those held tight and leaving the rest. Take a deep breath in. Even deeper inhale. Your deepest breath yet. Last one. Bowing your head down towards your hands. Namaste.